Hello. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Bloomberg, oil markets are responding sharply after the Iran war disrupted energy flows through the crucial Strait of Hormuz, a choke point responsible for about 20% of the world's oil and 60% of India's LNG imports. The strait has long been a flashpoint. Global energy markets are highly sensitive to instability here, as both crude oil and liquefied natural gas shipments are directly impacted whenever tensions flare. The National Iranian Oil Company, together with major importers like China, India, Japan, and South Korea, all depend on secure shipments, and international shippers such as Maersk and MSC are directly affected by the situation. On May 7, Reuters noted a 4% spike in crude prices after missile attacks near the strait temporarily halted tanker traffic. Bloomberg further detailed that BP and Shell have since rerouted their vessels due to escalating conflict, while the Financial Times reported that Lloyd's Register raised the threat level for all commercial ships passing through. In the near term, global oil prices are expected to remain volatile, with delays and rerouting of LNG and crude cargoes disrupting supply chains, especially in Asia and Europe. Over the medium term, companies are likely to increase their strategic reserves and insurance costs, while energy importers may diversify sources to reduce their dependence on Persian Gulf routes, reshaping the balance of global energy security. Turning now to investment trends, Business Insider highlights a marked shift among major investment firms, as traditional rivals are now collaborating on funding large-scale AI and infrastructure initiatives. This change is driven by the sweeping need for digital transformation. Since 2020, investment giants have increasingly pooled resources and expertise, launching partnerships that span both technology and physical infrastructure. Leading players such as BlackRock, Vanguard, and Brookfield, along with sovereign wealth funds from the Middle East and Southeast Asia, have all entered the fray. Notably, CEOs like Larry Fink of BlackRock, Tim Buckley of Vanguard, and Bruce Flatt of Brookfield are openly advocating for partnership models, and both Microsoft and Google now play active roles as strategic tech collaborators. In the short term, these alliances could speed up the deployment of advanced AI and digital infrastructure across major markets, while in the medium term, such cooperation may fuel industry consolidation and tighten the grip of the largest firms on technology standards. These trends could open the door to more public-private partnerships, eventually triggering closer regulatory scrutiny as AI-driven infrastructure becomes central and competition for project funding intensifies. Finally, on the frontier of science, New Scientist reports that quantum computers have now teamed up with classical supercomputers to simulate the largest molecule yet tackled by quantum hardware. This milestone demonstrates the promise of collaborative quantum classical computing, a field underpinned by years of effort to overcome technical hurdles like error correction, qubit scalability, and integration with high-performance computing. Accurate simulation of large molecules matters immensely for drug discovery, new materials, and chemical engineering. Industry leaders such as IBM, Google, and Microsoft are racing to deliver practical quantum platforms, supported by researchers at MIT, Caltech, and the Max Planck Institute, as well as government agencies including the U.S. Department of Energy and the European Quantum Flagship Program. Noted experts like John Preskill, Al N. Spurug-Usic, and Alina Riefel are advancing new algorithms and applications. In the near term, improved hybrid algorithms could accelerate pharmaceutical research, while, if medium-term integration succeeds, the simulation of entire proteins may transform both material science and biology. Success here could reshape industry standards and trigger a wave of new public and private investment, forging cross-border collaborations. Now, onto the markets. U.S. stocks saw notable sector moves. The S&P 500 advanced nearly 0.8% with a close at 737.34, while semiconductors outperformed, the SOX ETF jumping over 5% today. Healthcare shares moved lower, with Roman 45 off by about 0.9%. Forward Air Corp was among the session's worst performers, falling 43%. In global markets, the Taiwan ETF EWT surged over 1.8% on the day and is up more than 25% month-over-month, making it a top gainer internationally. Among major U.S. names, Intel soared 16.9% for the day and Micron Technologies jumped 13.7%, while Adobe slid 1.6%. Commodities were mixed. Silver was a standout, with SLV up 1.2% and lithium tracked by LID gained slightly, but uranium retreated more than 2%. Today's biggest individual movers included Adient, which rocketed 564%, and Enadata Inc. Enad, up 83%, while Defiance Daily Target 2X short RKLB ETF RKLZ plunged 53% to lead the decliners. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.